YouTube viewers. Today we will continue the yesterday's class. By today we will complete this area. Mr. Lévi-Strauss belongs to the French. He introduced the concept. The name is structuralism. We observed it in high modernism. He showed the relationship between two areas. One is structure of thought process and another is internal structure of human brain, which was borrowed from theoretical principle of structural linguistic phenomena. The structuralism was emerged or developed from intellectuals tradition, particularly from the social theory like the functionalism. The functionalism accepted the premises of biology and the structuralism used the linguistic model for what? To understand the socio-cultural phenomenon. And then particularly he focused to study the subjects are: one is kinship organization, second one is totemism, that is some prohibitions had taken place for some group of people, and myth, that is the mythological stories, and also to understand the notion of structure and conception of unconsciousness, approach to history. These three concepts are more useful to understand the social reality. In America, the high-tide modernism was marked by four areas. One is conceptualization of culture, second one is shared symbolic system, third one is valid, fourth one is internally coherent. Mr. Grid said, based on the conceptualization of culture, it was well dominated by the anthropologists and supported by the methodology, particularly thick description, that is close description. Next, Mr. Grid's contributions. Mr. Grid said the conceptualization of culture again. Grid advocated to and fro journey between the objectivity and its reflectivity. By this, one can easily understood the qualitative differences on the way to perceive the social world by the postmodernists. Once again we will redress the matter. Mr. Lévi-Strauss belongs to the French. He introduced the concept structuralism and it was observed in high modernism. He also showed the relationship between two areas. One is structure of thought process and another is internal structure of human brain, which was borrowed from theoretical principle of structural linguistics. This structuralism was emerged or developed from the intellectuals tradition of the social theory like functionalism. The functionalism is accepted for the premises of biology, and structuralism used the linguistic model for what? In order to understand the socio-cultural phenomenon. And he also focused his lead to understand other areas. Those are kinship system or kinship organization, totemism, prohibited actions for some groups, and another one is mythological stories and its causes. and its belief system. And then understanding the notion of structure, conception of unconsciousness, approach to the history. These three areas are more helpful to understand the social reality. In America, the high tide of modernism was marked by conceptualization of culture. Second, shared the symbolic system. Third, valid. Fourth is internally coherent. Gridge said the conceptualization of culture was well dominated by the anthropologist, supported by the methodology, that is thick description, that is close description. And then another one is Gridge advocated to and fro journey between the objectivity and its reflectivity. So in this way one can easily understood the qualitative differences on the way to perceive the social world by the postmodernist. By this, today's lecture is completed. This is Bindu taking leave from the YouTube platform. Good night.